Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are on Pdawg954 Web, which is a map that I have not seen in the live league yet. I'm sure that some people have probably played on this map, but I have not seen any games personally here. Now, today we are joined by Pdawg954 and Captain Johnson. So this should be a good one, folks. I am looking forward to it. This is a tier 3 matchup where we have Andy versus Lash. Now, Andy, as we know, gets no day-to-day abilities, but what he does have is access to Hyper Repair and Hyper Upgrade, which will heal his units by 2 and 5. And Hyper Upgrade will also give him a +1 movement and a small firepower bonus, which is pretty handy for the old Andy. And we also have Lash. So Lash's day-to-day abilities include getting plus 10% at firepower per terrain star. So plains will give 10%, forests will give 20%, cities will give 30%, and the HQ and mountains will give 40% respectively. So she also has terrain tactics, which will remove the terrain cost for movement across terrain, and prime tactics, which removes terrain cost and doubles her terrain stars, so she can get up to 80% firepower bonus on certain terrain, like 4-star terrain, and also massive defense bonuses. So who will win this match? That is a good question. This is a mixed base matchup, but it's also, by the looks of it, base light. So it's mixed base, but it's base light, and we have an airport. Very contested comm towers in the center. It's kind of eyeballing the map. I'm gonna probably say Lash is kind of favored here because of heavy terrain all around the map, especially in these sections right here. You got massive amounts of terrain around these mountains in the center of the map, but fighting might not happen there, so you never know. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this one and see what went down. Alrighty, folks, so first few days, you guys know the drill. It is the standard infantry builds, because you gotta get the infantry on the field. #1 priority in advancements by web. And I don't really see a vehicle coming out on this map for like quite some time. I mean, it is base light. We don't really get access to a lot of funds. Maybe by day 5 we might see a first vehicle. I guess you could maybe get like an early recon, but I don't really see a recon being super effective on this map. Perhaps out of either this property or this property, because it would be able to get out here fairly quick, but then it has to go to the forest, which is 3-star or 3 movement for a recon, and then it's 2 movement all around the rest here. And really all that you would be able to do is to get the recon like over here or maybe over here and deny a property. I think tank. Tank is probably the way to go for this one, folks. Ain't gonna lie. But Pdawg goes more infantry. I think he possibly could have went a tank. He could have went tank last turn because he did have the funds. I mean, we got the 7k, but goes for the infantry because he is a man of money. And he wants money. That's what it's all about, folks. Captain Johnson purchases a tank, and it is now on the field. Pdawg with 12k in the bank. I can definitely see a tank coming out this turn. Could be super spunky and go double artillery or something, but he ain't spunky. He's a tank recon kind of fella, you know. He's got them on the field and they are ready to go. So yeah, so recon out of this property, like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad. So oh, that's a little bit farther than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so that makes sense. So we get into the forest, and then we can get over here pretty much in 2 days. Now, that is joined by a tank. Tank can reach this position in 2 days as well, so it's a little bit sketchy. I could see the recon maybe going to this corner and denying these properties here, which, if Pdawg does manage to do that, would put him in a pretty good spot. Because Andy, not having access to these cities, pretty big. Vice versa for Lash over here as well. But this also does it's tough. It's pretty tough because we got the airport over here, and we're like really close to the HQ over here, and like vice versa over here, right? So you get the airport, and you can attack this side very effectively. So, okay. So, ooh, interesting. Okay. So Captain Johnson going to the corner with his tank instead of bringing it out to the center. Pretty good idea. Pretty good idea, I think. So we bring the tank over here, which is very good because this is actually an immediate two-shot over here. So tank onto, well, you could go tank onto road or plane. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. I would probably say plane would be a little bit better because we're closer to the center. So you move the tank here, move the infantry here, you clear this infantry, then tank is able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then sit like on this property or maybe sit on this property over here. So I think that's probably a good way to go. Pdawg is moving his tank forward and responds with a tank of his own. So this tank is definitely going to be going over here. I could bet my last dollar on that, folks, but we're going to see. We're going to see. Oh, doesn't go for the double. Doesn't go for the double because of the recon, though. Because, recon right here, that does prevent the attack over here. So that's probably smart. Probably smart. The only thing that would happen is if you did actually move the infantry up here with the recon right here. So you would clear an infantry. But recon would gain the tile right here and do massive damage to your infantry, and then also have a tank in position to sit on this property and attack your tank if you actually did go for that attack afterwards. So yeah, we don't really want to be doing that. Very nice. So Captain Johnson, the anti-player, going for the battlecopters. I think battlecopters are gonna be insanely effective on this map. Like very effective. The terrain is so diverse on this map, it's going to be difficult for vehicles to kind of front shift all over the place. Now if you let a battlecopter sort of get out of hand and just go wherever it wants to go, it's going to cause a lot of havoc. Especially to those infantry and to tanks too, but infantry especially. Alright, Pdawg making a very nice play here. Alright, so moving the infantry over here and attaining that tile right here. So we are claiming our own city here. Captain Johnson is going to be forced to retreat. We cannot keep the tank up there effectively. And Pdawg is actually going for a cap on the comm tower right now, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. You could go up with tank and interrupt. You could forego your cap, go on to, let's say, the forest tile and interrupt that way. But it's a tough call. It is a very tough call. Now, I would say it's probably not too crazy of an idea to maybe go up with your tank and interrupt this, because we bring the battlecopter forward. If tank goes here and attacks, well, Andy is going to survive and he can go back and heal. Then we get a first strike with a copter, and then we get our copter into the center, and after that the copter can shift either north or over here and start attacking. So might not be the worst idea, but we'll see. Alright, so it doesn't go for the attack. I guess that's fine. I mean, Lash would do a lot of damage in the counterattack here, but I feel like overall, you don't really want Lash to have towers. Lash with towers is a very bad time, especially when you're Andy, because that means that any plane tile is 120% firepower, and like any other terrain tile is just that much more. So Lash with one tower has the two-shot potential on many pieces of terrain across the map. Pdawg getting a little feisty here and bringing the recon all the way over here, but once again, it is backed up by a tank, so not unheard of that we would go over here. Captain Johnson doubling down on the battlecopters as well. Pdawg has claimed a city up here. Captain Johnson is going to be claiming a city as well, so let's watch those caps happen. Beautiful caps. Alright. Uncontested battlecopter in the center attacking a infantry right here, so that is very good. Can't effectively attack this infantry though. I would definitely recommend not doing that. A little bit of a sketchy move here. So we bring the infantry right here. That is in 2-shot potential of these infantry, but 3 infantry backing it up. I would call this bait. That is definitely a bait tactic right here. What that is also doing is if Pdawg goes up and attempts to capture this property, he could double interrupt with 2 infantry. And he's got the battlecopter here, but my guess, anti-air over here, anti-air up here. We force the the battlecopter up north. Pdawg might even build another anti-air out of this property, and then just completely zone out the copter to stick to this area over here, which wouldn't be like the worst idea. Oh yeah. See, this guy's completely zoned out. He's got one location where he can go now, and that is just up. That's it. So we have effectively isolated the copter and forced it to go in an area that we want it to go. Ooh, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Captain Johnson. I love that name. Captain Johnson. It's perfect. Sounds like a character from like an Austin Powers movie. That's exactly what it is. Alright, so Captain Johnson makes some progress. So we're threatening Cap on the comm tower. We are potentially going to be grabbing a comm tower here. And 2 copters up north with 2 tanks. So Pdawg can't effectively attack into this at the moment with the amount of battlecopters and tanks right here. So he's going to have to probably find some other ground in order to sit his units. Pretty interesting placement of the tank right there. I think this is good. We eliminated 1 infantry. We are going to be taking a tank hit, but Lash at the moment will have 140% firepower on this tile right here. So that's essentially Kindle firepower. So this tank coming up here, it's probably going to be relatively an even trade if it goes for it. So I think that's a good move too. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Missed out on the timer there though, 1327, not 1337, so automatic fail right there, sadly. But you know what? Maybe we'll get it next turn. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, Copter's going up and taking very safe engagements over here. So that's a clean engagement right there. Other battlecopter moves in. Yeah, these battlecopters are just uncontested at the moment, so they can basically do whatever the heck they want until the anti-air shows up. I mean, once the anti-air shows up, it's pretty much all over, but he might be able to get a little bit more use out of these guys, though, because the anti-air, if it goes down here, battlecopters move up and we snipe out 1 more infantry, and it's base light, remember, folks, so every single unit you lose is insanely vital. And this attack actually does allow Captain Johnson the ability to threaten 2 caps right here. And, I mean, 1 cap in particular, the only thing that we can do to interrupt that would be a tank. We can't use the tank. Ah, I can't reach. Oh my god. So we get 1. We can interrupt the other one with an infantry, though, which I could see Pdawg probably doing. Yeah. Gotta interrupt it. We can't lose both. We can't lose both comm towers, or a comm tower, I should say. All right, another anti-air. Yeah, we gotta be contending with those those pesky battlecopters as much as we can. What's this other engagement here? So we have a 5 HP tank. I wonder what the purpose here is. So we go up and we attack this guy. I wonder. It's curious. I guess maybe what Captain Johnson could have done is use 2 tanks to eliminate this tank. use this tank to block, but I mean, it's got 2 copters. Lash hates Andy. That's it. That has to be it. That's the reason. Lash hates Andy, and she wants Andy to suffer. that's the reason. All right, cool. I love it. Captain Johnson carries on his assault here, sniping out a recon, which is, I guess it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's unfortunate. See, there is something that can be done here. It would be a little bit iffy, a little bit risky to do. But, I mean, if we did sacrifice some units, you know, we might be able to get a terrain tactics. And if we had a terrain tactics, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, would have been nice if we were just a little bit closer. I mean, imagine a sneaky terrain tactics at the moment where you get 2 anti-airs to take out 2 copters. Ooh, that would be nasty, but it's impossible. Can't be done, sadly. Carrying on the cap here, but that cap is not going to go through because Pdawg has access to the mountain now. So that's 150% firepower from the mountain. 7 HP infantry is going to be able to get a massive attack. Yeah, look at that. Look at that damage. Oh, yeah, it's gone. It's out of here. Being smart with the tank, bringing it back to get a little bit of heals, and we have once again cornered the battlecopters. So I mean, battlecopters are strong, but anti-air, anti-air are pretty strong too. Now, sadly, Captain Johnson has built the stinkiest of units. The stinky Neo tank is on the field, folks, and it is just pitter-paddling over here and just not doing anything good with its life. Just being stinky. That's all. That's all it's got. That's all it's got going for it. Should have built a classy boy, but he builds the stinky boy, so is what it is. Pdawg in a very good position now, actually. You know what? We got, it's like, this is almost like the flying V over here, folks. It is a nice formation of attack. We're covering lots and lots of ground. And basically, like, we've essentially taken the battlecopters out of the fight. 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-air. There is no effective place where these battlecopters can go and attack. It's going to be entirely up to the tanks to get something accomplished here. Now, Captain Johnson does have a 2-shot on this guy, so we can potentially take this infantry out of the equation over here. But, I mean, Pdawg has managed to snipe out quite a few infantry himself, so let's see. That's going to get interrupted. Yes, we do take out that corner infantry. I think that was a safe attack for sure. It could actually potentially lure a tank down here too, which would be nice. Builds another tank. Goes in for the attack. Brings the copters down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Terrain tactics! I swear, we might see some terrain tactics on this map. Actually, honestly, terrain tactics could be very good on this map. Actually, with the amount of forests and stuff, you can get so many sneaky engagements. Pdawg does a very nice attack over here, though. So, going up with tank, double tank, taking it out. Beautiful. Oh my god, yes. Yes. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sneaky terrain tactics. Just watch this anti-air. This is gonna be gnarly. Oh, just. And you know what? Just for added insult, we go through 1, 2, 3, 4 forests. 4 forests to get to that shot. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff right there, folks. That's nice. And look at this extra attack that we managed to get with this tank, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would normally be 8 movement. Oh my god, we go through all the forests again, actually. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, we essentially just got 10 movement out of that attack. So, yeah. That was a nice one. That was a nice little attack. Congratulations on that spot there, Pdawg. Ooh, just out of range. Just out of range. We almost had it. Almost had it. Pdawg busts out the artillery as well. Double artillery. Very nice. Double artillery over here. Just sitting pretty. Sitting pretty on a city. That's what artillery do, folks. Captain Johnson, 17 units. And, oh, God, Pdawg has 111100. It's almost like binary over here. Very nice. Now, Captain Johnson in a little bit of a pickle here. Like, we just lost a massive amount of unit count. And we do have hyper repair, or hyper upgrade. But we have nothing to heal. So that's one of the very terrible things about Andy sometimes, you know? You can have the hyper upgrade, but if you have nothing to heal, then all it is just a really, really bad power. You know, there's not really anything going on with that power aside from that. Now, if you get the heals mixed with the plus movement and mixed with the small firepower bonus, then it's an amazing co-power. But if it's just movement and just firepower, it's a little underwhelming. Not gonna lie, folks. Good job, good job, Captain Johnson. We bust out the classy medium tank. Beautiful. I'm not sure what's going on with this attack here, though. So we move the tank up and we take a shot on a tank. All that's going to do is just make us lose another tank. It's an iffy one. Pdawg making a pretty smart play here. So we could go for anti-air and get a shot on it. It's just going to get healed up. So we go for infantry, and we take that out, because in mixed base light, infantry lives matter, folks. Infantry lives matter. And if you start losing too many infantry, well, you're just going to lose the game. Recklessly throwing away one of the battlecopters here to this anti-air, which is pretty fine, because we are ahead pretty massively on the unit count. So I guess it's okay, but versus one infantry, it does stop a cap, so I think it's fine. I hope that we're planning on finishing that guy. Yep, we finish him. Beautiful. Oh no, Pdawg! Pdawg! What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What is this? What is this? Stinky. Alright, so we got double Neo tanks on the field, and they are ready to fight each other. And I just realized that we're looking the wrong way. Okay, good enough. Neo tanks. Ah! Captain Johnson builds another Neo tank. So, is this good? This is just gonna turn into the Neo tank show, isn't it? Ugh. Gross. Now, when you're really, really behind on the unit count, though, this is not a bad idea. So, when your opponent has an overwhelming amount of small vehicles and stuff, that is the moment when you, if you have the funds, you really need to tech up. And you really need to overrun those small units with the big flippin' units. That's what you need to do, folks. And Captain Johnson right now is at 23,000 funds, which is a dirty amount of funds to have when you're on base light, because you can pump out the stinky little Neo tank and an infantry every single turn. Every single turn. Stinky Neo tanks and an infantry. Or you could be a classy gentleman and bust out the $16,000 classy medium tank and another tank. You could do that too, but you need infantry. So you got to get some infantry on the field, folks. #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Okay, Pdawg does a massive hit here. Like, we just took out many units here and has gained a lot of map control here. we are potentially going to be losing some units here. It's like, it's unavoidable. Like, we are going to lose units. And we might even... Oh my god. And Lash has 2 towers. Oh my god. Lash is like Saruman right now. The Lord of the Wars, the 2 towers, belong to Black Hole, belonging to Lash, the inventor of the stinky Neo-Tank. With such firepower comes absolutely no responsibility. Okay, we got the Hyper upgrade. Not really a whole lot of value out of the Hyper upgrade, so it is literally just firepower bonus, essentially. We get a little bit. We heal up an infantry and like a battlecopter, which is fine. But so I think this attack is gonna really hinge on whether or not we can one-shot this battlecopter. If we can one-shot this battlecopter, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't reach with the medium tank. Ah, so unfortunate. So we can't attack this, but what we can do with the medium tank is bring them down here. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't attack Neo with our Neo, but we could sit Neo on the HQ. And then that allows for a pesky little Lash artillery, which has 150% firepower at the moment. Just sitting here and managing to attack afterwards. Maybe sitting... I mean, no, we have to do damage, though. That's the problem. I mean, if we don't do damage, then we're kind of just gonna lose. And the HQ is really undefended at the moment, and Pdawg just built a transport copter, which can move an infantry right on the HQ. Like, basically, like one movement to get to the HQ. And like prime tactics. And prime tactics just around the corner. Okay, so Captain Johnson staying away from this area. We're gonna snipe one of the artillery. We're gonna attempt to do a cap on the HQ, which is not gonna work, but we're attempting. Ooh, the classy boy is about to get struck by a Neo tank, and I don't like it. No! There's so much damage. Ah! And then it gets double teamed over here. And then we lose 4 units this turn. That's a huge loss. Alright, because of the movement onto the HQ too, Pdawg is not going to be able to effectively move the infantry right there, which is very unfortunate. I don't think we're going to be seeing a HQ cap yet. It is possible to have a HQ cap later, but we're going to see. I mean, basically at the moment, this is Pdawg's game to lose because he's got so many infantry on the field and so many units. Like, he can go around and start capping lots and lots of properties, and having 2 towers gives Lash such a firepower bonus that the engagements are just going to be completely on her side. But let's see if Captain Johnson can figure out a way to bring the unit count back. Now, he's got a lot of big units. Unfortunately, we lost the medium tank. This game is very stinky. But I mean, he's got lots of stink balls. And he's taking out copters. Takes out 1 copter. Takes out an infantry. This is not safe. This is not safe at all. Maybe it could be safe if we built like... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we build another stinky Neo tank, it would be safe. Because if he moves here, he loses the anti-air, which is essential for keeping the battlecopters out of the game. Or he could potentially build a bomber, which I think might be a little bit better in this situation, because bomber would be able to destroy Neo tank and maybe destroy anti-air, and it is much more classy than the old stinky Neo tank. So I don't know, what are we gonna see? I would be tempted to build a bomber, but he builds the classy medium tank. Okay. and a tank over here. So we're gonna be guarding our HQ. We're not gonna be losing our HQ anytime soon. This is 130% firepower onto this Neo tank right here. Also, that is 150% firepower onto this because of the extra 10%. So that is 150% firepower. Jesus, look at that. Oh my god. Okay, this would be 60, maybe 70 with the added bonus. That's like 70% firepower? No, 60. 70, 80, 90. Is that 90? That might be 90% firepower bonus. That's dirty. That's like tank damage over here with a machine gun. Holy moly. Just savagery. And going for a cap here, which is very likely... Well, he could go up and he would do 1 damage, pretty much. And that's about it. He might do 2. I think the roll might be 20. But he's got no comm tower, so it probably would be like 17 to 19 maybe. The most. It's not going to be like very much. It's honestly, it's not worth losing your infantry to go up and interrupt that, because Pdawg is just going to get it anyways. If he moves up with tanks, well, I mean, he just gets two tanks to just do damage to it. I mean, he could block it though. I don't know. I don't know who would win that engagement overall, because he's got another tank coming. Pdawg could build a copter though. So like, if he goes in for the attack, Pdawg attacks back, builds copter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not like, well, it depends. Like if no, because if he moves in at, you know what? I can't speculate on this anymore. Alright, so we guarantee the capture of the city by moving the tanks in. Fair. Yeah, that was easy. That's an easy choice. Yeah. There goes the anti-air. There goes another tank. But Pdawg does build another classy medium tank, so I guess it's okay. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We built a classy medium tank. It's all good. Medium tank is going to come over here and just start completely obliterating this area here. Captain Johnson still had tons of funds, though. Tons of funds. It's about to lose 1 property, 2 properties, unless we interrupt. But Captain Johnson is about to cap another property right here. Captain Johnson also cannot attack this, because that's not going to work. See, look at that. That's like a 20% roll. That's like, ugh. There's like a possibility that we could continue capping. Then he could attack again. And then Pdawg would just survive with 2 HP and then just cap the property. Like Lash. Holy moly. Lash is a monster on this map. Now, like I said, we are losing income, but I mean, just the day-to-day. Like, Lash is just dominating here. But Andy is still in the game. Like, he's not out of the game. Like, eventually, Pdawg is going to have to make plays to get properties, because if he doesn't grab properties pretty soon, I mean, it is going to be over for him. He's got 11 days to flip the income. Now, he did flip a little bit here, so he's sitting at 19. But he's about to lose another one. Captain Johnson is actually playing very, very well when it comes to capping the properties here. Like, his capture game is going incredibly well, especially for having such a low unit count. He is making every single unit count at the moment, and actually uses both tanks to stop that cap. Now, let's look back at that for just a quick second here. Yeah, because see, he only takes it down to 3, so he's forced to... The 3 HP infantry did chip damage? Ugh, what even is this? Crazy. But yeah, forced to do the double attack, otherwise he loses the property. And he wants to stay ahead. Like, he wants to be pumping out those units. He needs to keep the unit count up. And as you guys can see here, like, the unit count is not really that different now. Like, because of the stinky Neo-tanks just wandering around the map, just taking out infantry left, right, and center, he's managed to actually gain a little bit of units. Now, Pdawg moves in and takes out one of the tanks that was forced to do this interrupt. And I think it's a pretty safe hit. I mean, if we went in and attacked, we get counterattacked by 2 copters and a tank. So, it's pretty good. Pdawg playing conservatively with his Neo-tanks at the moment because of the threat of hyper upgrade just around the corner. So I think that's also a smart play. Oh, nice. So he uses the hyper upgrade after attacking with both units here. So that is a good move. And it's a move that a lot of Andy players should really probably consider using more often as well. So a lot of people will do like, you know, they see co-power, pop co-power, right? But Andy is a very tactical CO. And a lot of the times you would find a lot more benefit going in and doing like little damage attacks like this and then healing up afterwards. So keep that in mind for the future, folks. Oh my god, and he's going for another property. He might get this property. I mean, we got Copter to interrupt, but we also got Tank to interrupt. He might get this property too, which would be very, very bad. That would put him so far ahead in unit count. Okay, the only thing that you can use to interrupt it would be a battle copter at the moment. Or not unit count, but unit... properties. Properties. He would be so far ahead in properties. Okay, and it's day 20. So being ahead by that many properties on day 20 is very, very troublesome. Now, there are players out there that can find ways to come back from a massive deficit like this. Like, I remember personally, I was playing a game against Ari of Fireheart one time in the live league, and I was very ahead in properties. Like, very ahead in properties. But I blundered the game, and she managed to come back on day 31, or on day 30, and cap the last property that she needed to win. So congratulations on that one, Arya. But it's very bad. But as the point of the story is there are players that can come back from a massive deficit like this. So we're gonna see if Pdawg is gonna be able to be one of those players today. So day 21, 23 to 18. What do we do? Snipe out another infantry? Yeah. Just sniping the infantry. Now, I'm gonna probably, like, I feel like maybe using hyper upgrade might have been sort of jumping the gun early, but maybe not, you know? I'm not liking the Neo tanks because they're stinky, but they are just holding down the mid hard right now. Like, Pdawg is going to have to do something drastic to take care of all these Andy Neo tanks. This is just some gross stuff, folks. Alright, so Pdawg flips a property, continues to attempt to flip this property down here. I think this is probably going to go through. Probably will be able to flip these properties as well over here. But we'll see. I mean, the Neos could come down here, which would be very stinky. We want to keep this like a stink-free zone for as long as we possibly can. We are going to lose one of the copters in this engagement here, but I wonder what the purpose of this is. So we injure tank, and we attack Neo. I think one of the main reasons, so obviously this is going to be healed up, but this is actually going to accomplish something very, very nice. So this Neo is going to heal up to full, but it's also going to cost Captain Johnson 2,200 funds in order to do that. And since he only has 22,000 funds, he will not be able to buy another stinky golf ball rolling flipping Neo tank again. It's not going to be able to do it. Not with that much repair. Alrighty, folks. Classy medium tank being guarded by 3 infantry in the corner. Very nice. Alright, Pdawg, we got the artillery, we got some stinky boys, and we did effectively drain Captain Johnson's funds over here. So, potentially might lose a tower. Yeah, we are probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not in range. That's unfortunate. If only we had the range for another sneaky terrain tactics to take this guy out. It would have been cool. But honestly, if we use both Neos to push into here just to take out the comm tower at the moment, that would be a game-ending play. 100%. Because if we lose these Neo tanks down here and these Neo tanks win the engagement, we lose the HQ. Like 100%. There would be no way to hold on to the HQ if we lost that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we do interrupt it with the battlecopter, but we use terrain tactics. Terrain tactics. Why do we use terrain tactics? What do we see? What is the purpose? What is going on? Let's see. That was a gnarly attack. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that attack? Look at this medium tank. Boom! See, this is why medium tanks are just lovely creatures right here. That's why. This is why. You know what? We take those engagements, folks. We take those engagements. We get those stinky Neo tanks out of here. That's what it's all about. Pdawg about to flip 3 properties too. A 1, a 2, a 3. Unless Neo comes in. Oh, Neo can't come in. Ah! What a guy. So we're going to flip 3 properties. So that would put... that's going to put Pdawg ahead. That'll put Pdawg ahead. Did that medium tank just attack that battlecopter? What a Chad. Look at this medium tank. What a legend. Oh my god, it's not even a favorable trade either, unfortunately. That's like, that's nice. That's powerful. That's good stuff. So, I'm pretty sure what he's planning on doing is he's actually sacking to get co-power. Like 99% positive we're sacking for co-power at the moment. And if he does get co-power, it's gonna be pretty good. You know what? Because we interrupt this down here, and we might take out a Neo. No, we wouldn't take out the Neo. It might not even be worth it to attack the Neo. I don't know. Let's see. Let's carry on with the attack. Oh, we're going in. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. You get from 8 to 1 and did 2 damage. How do we do 2 damage? I mean, I get that we have 140% defense because of the power, but that's like 2 damage. That's it? No, okay, no. If we're gonna be using hyper upgrade, we go in with the power and attack. Like, we definitely go in with power and attack. That would be much, much better. Okay. So we're definitely gonna go for the interrupt down south, right? With the Neo. Nice copter snipe there, by the way, too. Neo snipe in the corner, yep. Beauty. Beauty! And That's about it. That just depends. Okay, we're not going to move Artie. Yeah. So both players are playing on increment now also. That is very important to mention. So when I criticize movements like this, you know, I'm not completely oblivious to the idea that when you're playing on increment, your hand is moving faster than your mind, you know? So this is nothing against any player in any game. But you gotta pop that power. Gotta pop that power before you do anything. Alright, folks. Carrying on. Nice hit with the Neo. That's like not a very good trade, actually. I mean, we obviously, it's a fine trade, but like 40% damage from a 5 HP. That's wild. That's a wild counterattack. Alright, so stopping the capture of the comm tower. So not losing the comm tower. We want to keep 2 tower lash the whole game. Beautiful stuff, folks. 21 to 20. So that does put Pdawg ahead. Technically, Pdawg has 2 towers. So Pdawg's overall property count is actually 23. So he is ahead. Captain Johnson caps another property, so 21. So he's behind by 2, which isn't too bad. Captain Johnson clearing the center, though. Like, absolute monster clearing the center. That was beautiful. But doesn't really have a lot of infantry. This is the one problem when you get into a vehicle war, folks. You end up not having any infantry. And you really need infantry at the moment. Pdawg just slipped behind here a little bit, but he's technically still ahead by 1 property. So we are going to have to see Captain Johnson manage to flip a city very quick. But what a comeback from Captain Johnson, folks. Like, absolute unit coming back from, like, what did he have at one point? Like 12 units? And now we're actually ahead in unit count. This guy is just killing it. Like I said, absolute unit. But Pdawg definitely not out of the game yet and has a prime tactics on the way here and 2 classy medium tanks in the corner that are just ready to go. They're going to be going places, folks. Look at them. Look at him move. So fast, so agile. Pdawg threatening another cap here and interrupts this cap. Very nice. 12. Okay, so Captain Johnson might. He's like 40,000 away from another power, so I don't think he's going to be getting a super co-power this turn. But he will definitely get a super co-power next turn. Like, without a doubt. Neotank interrupts that, but allows for a Lash Prime Tactics hit from a city. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. I wonder if, like, okay, I really want to see if this is gonna be Pdawg's first attack. Like, if he saw this, I want to see if that's like his #1 priority. No, his #1 priority is securing the comm tower. What's his #2 priority? Yes. Oh my god. I was hoping for a one-shot, to be completely honest, but I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a beautiful hit. Massive damage, folks. We have to get this Neotank on the HQ right now. Right now. Like 100%. Yeah. Good awareness, Pdawg, because that infantry was coming for your HQ. He was ready. He was just yeah, he was just ready. He was ready, folks. Oh my god, and that probably would have worked too. Let's say Neotank stayed here, right? Then all we would have to do is just move our Neo tank right here. And then just surround with tanks and then maybe get it. Even if we move somewhere like else, like let's say we moved like here and attack this, we would still get it. Yeah. The only way to actually secure the HQ was to move the Neo tank on the HQ. If we moved it anywhere else, I would probably say that this game would be over, because this guy would probably come here and I think we would have a full surround. Yeah, it would definitely happen. Oh no. We're hyper upgrading. But we don't... Do we have a move? Are we going for the medium tanks? Are we thinking about stopping this cap? I mean, this is the last one that's gonna happen. Good block here. That's a fantastic block. So we go in with tank first, block with copter, and we are going to probably body block with these two units here. We're gonna be grabbing that city. It's gonna happen. That's a nice block. Good job, Captain Johnson. Fantastic block. And we are... No, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can't reach. We can't reach with the Neo tank, so we do get that property. So that's gonna happen. And we have to interrupt that cap. Like, the cap has to be interrupted because we cannot lose it. Okay, we interrupt. And both of these classy boys just got hit by 2 stinky Neo tanks, which is absolutely disgusting. And Captain Johnson is ahead. He's ahead in unit count. 21 units to 14. Oh my god. Oh my god. And we get this property. So that's going to put him at 21. That'll put Pdawg at 20. Technically 22. So Johnson is going to still have to cap a property. I just don't know if he's got a property to cap. Like, probably the best option for a property to cap would have to be these ones in the corner, but he's got no anti-air to contend with this. 27 days. 27 days, it's not enough. I don't know if we're gonna have enough here. Okay, let's see what he does. So we flip the property. Oh, wait. No, that's it. That's it. Okay. Alright, that's it. So this is it. This is it, folks. He has to get this property. If he gets this property, that is an even game. He's not going to get this property over here because it's going to get interrupted by the battlecopter. But if he can snake this property, then I think that's a tie. I think that would be a tie. Yeah, he's got to go for it. Builds a bomber. Classy boy of the sky. Okay, here we go. He might get it. Actually, I think he would get it. I don't think that there's anything that could contest that. There's nothing that can contest it. It would just depend on if Pdawg flips this property, which he might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What a sticky situation. Pdawg has to destroy this battlecopter. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to, but it would definitely really help in capping that property. No, don't bring the Neo. Don't bring the Neo up there. No. You gotta protect this guy. You gotta protect this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these infantry, they can't cap that. Can't cap that at all. I guess it's fine that the Neo's going up here, but I feel like we gotta, like, protect this guy. Like, pour all resources into protecting this infantry. I mean, he can't reach. Unless he gets hyper upgrade, but, like, yeah, no, I don't think he can reach. I guess it's fine. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I still probably would have just kept this guy down here, but that's fine. Okay. He's gonna flip the property. Oh, day 29. No, that's not enough. That's not enough time. No, it's not enough time, Captain Johnson. No, we are gonna flip this property, but then Pdawg flips this property. Wow. Would you just look at it? So on the board, it says that Captain Johnson is winning. But the one thing that we all tend to overlook is those double towers. Although if Captain Johnson does cap this, then it's tied. But terrain tactics has been popped, folks. Terrain tactics has been popped. All he's got to do is move in with... Ooh, actually, if we get a one-shot, on this guy, then we can guarantee a clear. Let's see if we get the one-shot. Like, I feel like that Neo would definitely be going for it. Yeah, so we get the one shot, and then we clear the infantry. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's done. And we got a mech! Woo! There we go, folks. We got the mech. The mech's on the field. Game is over, and Pdawg is the winner. The Tale of Two Tower Lash, folks. What a match indeed. That was a wild ride. That was a wild ride. Congratulations to Pdawg for... you know, winning. That was definitely a solid win. But hats off to Captain Johnson, because that was a massive, massive comeback. And he almost got it. He almost got it. And, like, look at this. Like, look at this unit difference. So, like, from... I guess it was more around this, right? So, like, from day 15 to day... From day 15 to day 23, he was behind in unit count by a lot. A lot of unit count. But through some stinky actions, he managed to stay in the game for a very, very long time. So hats off to the man. Definitely deserving of praise. What a fantastic matchup. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one today. I definitely found it quite educational and entertaining. So in the meantime, take care of yourselves. And if you liked it, consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, folks.